So, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. See, I had to give myself a day to experience the news, to process it, because if I had made a video right after the announcement, it would have consisted of screaming and drooling and I fucking love Hyrule Warriors. I love Zelda. I love Zelda so much. And Hyrule Warriors was just a giant fan letter to the entire Zelda series. It's fucking phenomenal. So not only are we getting a sequel to Hyrule Warriors, it is exclusively on Breath of the Wild. Not only that, it's focusing on the Great Calamity, which is the biggest event that's happened in Zelda for a while. Like, holy shit. This is a full-on canon war that we are going to experience. That's fucking nuts. And I'm so excited. Now, there's not a lot we know, but what we do know, the game is coming on November 20th, which is around my birthday, so who's gonna treat themselves? Me. The Champion Amiibos will be coming back, which is great. I mean, I already have them, but for the people who don't have them, that's really good. Japan is gonna get a special edition of the game that comes with a blanket, art plate, and a metal charm, which is really cool, which I hope we get it, because last two times Hyrule Warriors did this shit, we didn't get the special edition. Like, I think in Europe they were like, oh, we'll give you a fucking clock, and it's like, oh, I see that. Japan gets all the cool shit. Like, first Hyrule Warriors came around, they had this amazing scarf, the same one that Link wore, and it's so fucking cool. I wanted it. I was like, oh man, I can't wait for that to come to the US. Oh, no? 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 Oh. So, hopefully, it comes here. Oh, but don't worry. We are gonna get something. If you get the game digitally, you get the Lucky Ladle. That's cool. It's fucking something. So, also, with this game acting as a prequel to Breath of the Wild, and us getting the sequel probably next year, Breath of the Wild is going to be the first set of games in the Zelda series that's a fucking trilogy. How fucking nuts is that? We've had sequels to past Zelda games, of course, but this is a trilogy. The Breath of the Wild trilogy. That's what this shit is. It's fucking amazing. Ugh. So, a few things I noticed during the trailer. The male voice that you hear speaking in the beginning of the trailer sounds like the King of Hyrule.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
I'm not really good at like voices and stuff, but it does sound really similar. So I think that's him speaking. All of the gameplay we see of Link, he's not wearing the champion's tunic. He's wearing the knight armor and using a normal sword and shield. So I feel like these segments that we see are like the beginning of the game. Because when he does have the champion's tunic, he also has the master sword. So since we're not seeing that until like way later during this event, most of the gameplay that we're seeing with him then has to take place either in the beginning or middle of the game. We see a Sheikah kneeling with Link, with Zelda, and the King. Now, a lot of people are saying this is Impa, which it probably is Impa, but it also could be Pura. We know she was also alive during this time, and she was, like, not a child anymore. So it could also be her. It is probably Impa. And if she is there, maybe she's playable. Impa was playable in the first Hyrule Warriors game, so why not bring that back? During another gameplay segment, we see Urbosa fighting against Yiga members in Gerudo Town. Now, during one of her cutscenes with Zelda, she mentions the Yiga wanting to get her heirloom. So maybe this segment is them trying to steal it and failing. Like, that would be cool. That is adding context to that scene, being like they wanted it. And maybe we'll find out fucking why. We see a lot of the bigger enemies, like the Lionel, in this gameplay, in the gameplay footage. Now, perhaps they're gonna work like they did in the first Hyrule Warriors, where they're like the boss fights. Or they could just be playable? Could we get playable monsters? I would be down with playing as a Lionel. Another depressing segment is Link and Zelda fleeing and what appears to be Castletown because of the flags in the background. This probably takes place after everything gets fucked up. Also, there's a cute little guardian egg, which I don't know what the fuck it's gonna do. I don't know if it's a character or an item or whatever the fuck, but it's in the cover art, so it's gotta be important. And it's really cute. And it's gonna get fucking corrupted. Ugh. Okay, so this game being a prequel is both dumb and cool and depressing. Because, like, the thing about prequels is we fucking know what's gonna happen. So unless you're adding something important or, like, clarifying something that's crucial or some shit, there's no really good point to do a prequel. I'm not saying we shouldn't do this prequel, because there's a lot of shit we don't know about the Great Calamity. But we do know something major, which is everyone's gonna fucking die. All the champions are gonna fucking die. The King of Hyrule is going to fucking die. All those little townspeople that you're gonna pass are gonna fucking die. We are going to see that. Are you ready? Now, back to what can we find out? Because there's a lot of mysteries with the Great Calamity. One of them being, how did it fuck up so badly? Now, this is a plan that had worked 10,000 years ago. And the only differentiating factor was that Zelda couldn't unlock her powers. And that constituted the Great Calamity taking over all the Guardians and the Divine Beast and just fucking over everything. Now, this isn't like Nier Automata. There's no backdoor bunker to the fucking Guardians and Divine Beast. How did he get in? We don't know, but we can find out. Was it the Yiga that helped him? It is ancient Sheikah technology, and the Yiga were originally part of the Sheikah, so maybe they know some shit. But all we can do is speculate, because we don't know. But we can find out with this fucking game. Also, we have no idea who prophesized this to begin with. Who the fuck knew this was gonna happen? Was it a Sheikah, or maybe it was a Yiga in disguise who were just trying to get shit started? Do we know? No. Are we gonna find out? Maybe. Are we going to meet Link's family? They were alive during this time. And boy, would that just make everything worse. Can you imagine just meeting Link's family and getting really attached to them and then being like, oh yeah. Also, since he's so popular, are we gonna see Baby Sidon again? I don't think it's playable. Maybe it's playable, but it would be nice to see him, like, just a little bit. He's so fucking popular. And he's so cute. He's baby. And the biggest thing I feel like we're gonna find out is something to do with Breath of the Wild 2. I would be shocked if we don't learn anything that is going to correlate with Breath of the Wild 2. I would be absolutely shocked. Now, I'm not saying that they have to. I'm just saying it would be weird if they didn't mention something that's going to play a role in Breath of the Wild 2, because this is the event that has shaped Breath of the Wild and also shaped Breath of the Wild 2, because it's still that huge of an event. It may have happened 100 years ago, but the effects were still lasting. I can't see something not happening. It could be a random detail or a remark that has to do with something. I don't know what it is. I might not even know what it is when the game comes out. But we might get a trailer later on about Breath of the Wild 2. And we're going to see something that's going to be like, that's from Age of Calamity! Fuck! So, yeah. I'm so fucking excited for this shit. I've been wanting a sequel to Hyrule Warriors for so fucking long. And it's coming out on November 20th. Which is a day after Cyberpunk.